more or less what keeps us together.
Is this a good day or a bad day?
It's an unhappy day. I don't even know why the sun's out.
I've done some cool stuff since I've been out here. I've been auditioning, and the feedback is, you know, you've got the right look for the part, but they say it politely, but basically you don't have the talent.
These people have only one thing in common. The hope that their dreams will someday come true in the streets of Hollywood.
Toss the click on and let us practice for a second playing that rhythm, because we lost it when we went into that. We formed the band about, like 3 years ago. We were just, we were friends with each other. And, we just all happened to be learning how to play instruments at the time. And I guess...
Actually, I had no idea.
Yeah, Brandon, I don't remember.
Brandon came a couple months later. It just kind of happened.
It just sort of happened. Right. One day, how I started playing with Jose and Alex was this girl decided to have a party at her house. I happened to play guitar, Jose happened to play drums, and Alex happened to play bass. We just all happened to be learning how to play instruments at the time.
Let us practice for a second.
We were just a bunch of friends.
It trips me out how things kind of just came together. I don't know how it happened. How did I get involved? It must have been fate.
This was even before Brandon figured out he could even sing.
I know, I was just hollering and
He surprised us.
No.
He had a great voice when he first begun.
Can you all find out your
like that.
Alex, he's in Santa Barbara. He just moved there this last weekend.
That's my school.
Going to college, doing the education thing.
Would you rather go to school anyplace else? No. On the beach with sailboats and sunlight and green trees and stuff.
We decided to stay for another year, even though he's still going there. It's just going to be a little more difficult.
I figured that if we have this chance right now, I'm going to take it because this is what I want to do. A year from now, if it see what happens then. A year from now is a long time. I'm still going to be a little kid in a year. I'll still be just like a little kid.
Mikey, you just want to grab him by the cheeks and like smack him around and squeeze him till he bleeds because he's...
I guess it's a form of free expression.
Brandon was born 20 years too late. Brandon is straight out of the 60s. I mean, I love him dearly, but he's a granola hippie. Jose is not quiet in the least. I know Jose to be the most outgoing guy ever.
Perfect.
In high school, we used to walk out to the parking lot and the parents would be picking up their kids, and Jose used to go to different people's cars, jump into the car, look around for a minute and go, "Oh, you're not my mom."
What are you doing?
We started out as friends and then we became a band.
We all went to school together. We all have known each other for a long time.
That friendship is more or less what keeps us together.
Most people don't really realize how tightly knit we are together.
Oh, that was so much. Yeah!
Roar, roar.
Incubus is about us four guys. Music is only part of it. I mean, technically you can music and stuff like that, but it's, as far as my relationship goes with the guys, it's more than just music. It's, you know, it's a friendship.
We've been doing this for 3 years, you know, pretty much every day for the last 3 years.
Well, you know, I more or less lived with these guys for like 3 years, and now I don't even get to see them anymore. And that's difficult. I mean, I know they're going to come up and visit, but it's just not the same. You know, I was used to being with them, going to school with them 5 days a week, and then practicing like 3 days a week. And I haven't seen them in a week and a half, almost. And I miss them as friends more than anything else.
Well, see, we're going to be playing for about another year, and if nothing does happen, we're going to, I think, we're not sure yet, it's hard to tell, but we're thinking about just all going our separate ways, starting school or doing whatever. But I think either way, whether we make it as a band or if we don't, I'll be satisfied one way or another.
Even if we weren't in this band, Alex being up in Santa Barbara, I'd still be hanging out with him all the time.
It would be doing ourselves an incredible injustice to not at least try to keep things together, because we've created something that has had such a dramatic effect on our lives that it would be too much of a bummer to say,
it would just be the biggest what if.
Yeah, exactly. What if we could have done this?
Dorm room. This place used to be a Holiday Inn. My first week in Santa Barbara has been kind of hectic. The whole building moved in more or less the same time. I only got my phone hooked up like 2 days ago. I've talked to Mike, I think, I haven't talked to Brandon or Jose, and I miss them. When we first started, I mean, we didn't do anything really. We were just a band that practiced a whole lot. I'm really the nagger. I don't know if they told you that, but I am the one who nags and nags and nags about things getting done. We sped up so much at those It
wasn't until he left that I realized I was missing something in my...
Yeah, we were taking his nagging for granted.
It's up to them to really take the responsibility, because I'm not going to be like Mom anymore, pushing them from behind to make sure they keep going forward. They have to want it as bad as I do, and I really want it really badly.
As far as questions about whether or not we're going to be able to pull it together, I'd say the only thing I'd question is if everybody's thoroughly committed to it, and I think we all are.
When we first started playing, I used to get very angry because I felt that this was such a good thing, but that everyone else didn't take it seriously. They would rather be surfing or skateboarding or hanging out with their friends as opposed to putting the band as a priority. That sounds so bad. I'm like talking about my bandmates. And well, as long as they never see that, it doesn't really matter. We got the show tomorrow, so we need to rehearse before then. We haven't played in about a week and a half.
When Alex comes, we haven't seen him in a while, and he comes to the rehearsal studio, then we're all going to be all amped to play, and we're going to play that much better.
I don't think this rehearsal will be any different than any of the other ones.
We haven't seen each other, we haven't talked, and it's exciting, you know, to just get back together.
I missed you, honey. Hey, Vin. Yeah. What's happening? I'm right here. How you doing? How's the trip?
everything we do now is to make it so that this doesn't end. I'd love to do music for the rest of my life, but I'm also a realist in the sense that I know that most bands, even if they do get their break, they're in for a year or two, and then they're out, which is why I'm still going to college, because I may be in for a year or two, but then I'm going to eventually be out, and I'm not going to be popular anymore.
This town is so hard in music. I mean, very few of the bands that can.
When you were going to tell me about this.
And there's just, you've got to be clicking on all cylinders, you know? I mean, there's just, you've got to look great, you've got to, and it seems like nowadays you've got to do almost nothing else but music. I mean, I don't know if that's why I'm a little worried about Alex and his college, you know? But we'll just have to see.
There in Santa Barbara, that's a lot of distance to travel back and forth, and it means that they're not going to be able to rehearse as often as they should.
You want me to play a song I don't know?
The first time the bass player starts second-guessing any decisions they've made, there's going to be tempers.
Oh, if we're going to practice it, we're going to practice going right into it.
I'd already be looking for another bass player.
Huh?
We've come too far in 3 years to just say, let's get another bassist. Plus, he's too good of a friend. I think we're going to use this to our advantage, and it could actually be more beneficial than most people think it would be.
Hey, Alex, there are a lot of girls in Santa Barbara?
There are a lot of girls in Santa Barbara, Mike.
Are there good ways there?
I don't know.
What about the malls? Are there good places to shop?
Yeah, what are we going to do if we can't go shopping?
It may actually turn out good that he is in a different town now with different inspirations, meeting different people. So maybe he'll become re-inspired and write some crazy bass lines or something.
A go-go. Every time we play there, we seem to play the best shows of our lives. I think people really identify with the whiskey because it's a big name. But they don't have go-go dancers anymore, which I really miss. Not that I was around to see them in the first place, but...
When I think of the whiskey, I think of like the Doors and all these bands that have played there. And I just remember like the scene from the Doors where Jim got all wacky and decided to just freak out in the place, and the whole crowd, you know, everyone was just going crazy, and that just seems to be what happens there.
The day of the show is usually super hectic.
What we're going to do is just a chorus and a verse of something in the set.
All right, are you guys ready? We ready?
I'm ready.
Cheer. What?
There's a million things to do. I have to go get new strings. We got to make sure all the equipment works, packing up, and then we got to go down there probably in the middle of the afternoon and do sound check.
We're doing a sound check today. At 5 o'clock, there'll be another band to come in and do a sound check. So we come in, we get about 45 minutes on stage to get everything up and make sure everybody feels comfortable and settled in.
Check. 1, 2.
I like it fat and juicy. Check was fun.
Sounds good. Cool.
Yep.
We played a lot more than we played a lot more than we usually do, but
that's okay.
I feel like limber now.
Yeah. It was really comfortable.
Loose. After sound check, it's kind of like the worst time. You've gotten all amped by playing your sound check, you're in the club, the music's going, you're like, yeah, this is sounding really good, and then you have 3 hours of downtime. And it's a real big anticlimax. When we're playing for lots and lots of people, and when the music is reaching its highest point of intensity, it's beyond words. It's something so unexplainable that it just has to happen to you.
Basically, I just lose my head for an hour. That's my physical release. I ball up all my energy and my aggressions. On stage, they all seem to pour out. I end up almost throwing up most of the time. When we start walking out and I see all those faces, something just kind of takes over. I think that I have an alternate personality on stage.
Always, as the time starts nearing when we're playing, I get a nervous feeling in my stomach. It's not bad in any way. It's inevitable that'll happen. It's an excitement in my stomach.
It's the greatest thing in the world when you sit there and you're just grooving along playing what you're playing, and you look up and see a few hundred people floating on top of each other. And
every time I play, I just start thinking about everything we've gone through and all the stuff that we've achieved and all the things that are going to happen to us and all the things that could have happened to us. But I think this will be our biggest and best shows just because we got a good slot. Saturday night at the Whiskey.
Come on, let's go.
30 seconds before I go out on stage, I'm freaking myself out. But then when we start walking out and I see all those faces smiling and waiting to be entertained, something just kind of takes over.
It's just like, have a great show, play your heart out, let's just go crazy.
Right now, please welcome Incubus. Participation I like to see.
These people have only one thing in common: the hope that their dreams will someday come true in the streets of Hollywood.
first started playing, I will admit, we really sounded like the Chili Peppers, but we moved away from that. I really do think we moved away from that, and I don't think we sound like them anymore. Let's do that one more time. Just real conscious of your kick in that middle part that we're talking about.
We were about to start a song inside, and I was just kind of messing around with the vocals. And Jim thought it. That's when they brought up that issue about the record people. And I got frustrated because I was about to sing, and then, like, when someone kind of criticizes you like that, right on the spot, my momentum was just shot down real quick.
If you're tired of hearing it, then you have to do something about it.
The only people I ever hear from is you guys.
No, that's because
you live in a vacuum.
We're the filter. That's because we're the filter, and we're the ones who are out talking to everybody else, industry-wise.
We've got to do something.
Ultimately, I think the people who are going to decide what. It's like, ultimately, if people like what they hear, they'll buy it.
Just be conscious of it as you do the song.
And try to do less, oi, like that. That's what I'm saying, man.
For some reason, I don't know where you guys are coming from when you say that it sounds like it. When I write the songs, when I write words, I write what comes naturally to the music that we're writing. And I don't have anybody else in mind. I don't have any other band in mind. I'm thinking of what I think sounds good. Well, I'm kind of at the point right now where I mean, if this is like such a big problem to you guys, then I should just sit down and listen to the music and maybe rethink some of the things that I've written.
That is an issue, and it's not Jim's issue and my issue. We're not the bad guys here.
Well, I'm de-emphasized right now. Because I was ready before, but now I'm not ready anymore, so
well,
fickle.
Well, let's just go play.
I think that they should play and I should listen.
That was just lame because we're about to record a song, and bam! It's like we could have waited until we have. Listen, you can wait. You could have waited until we had this done. And then you can say, you know what? Listen to what that sounds like, and then
I could. It's like we just. I was just about to do it, and now I'm like,
music is done. The music. Let's take a break then. Let's just take a break for a second.
All right, let us.
No, take a break.
I want to jam.
My name's Duff Marlowe. I'm Senior Director of A&R for Chrysalis EMI Records, and my job, A&R stands for Artists and Repertoire, and my job is to find and develop talent for the company. So basically we're talking about sort of the talent scout situation. The Incubus tape was an excellent demo. It was really well produced, and I thought it showcased the band perfectly.
They're a rock and roll band, of course. They're like the grunge sound that's out right now, but they have something a little bit more funky.
It's a sort of a Red Hot Chili Peppers, Fishbone sort of style. I thought it sounded a little chili pepperish. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me because kids listen to the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I have to say it reminds me a lot of like funk bands similar to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, maybe a bit of Faith No More, Primus. I've obviously seen them citing those bands as influences.
I guess the Chili Pepper thing I mentioned because I thought the vocals were a lot like that.
When you try to speak your mind in your own way, ignore the past and speak free.
I don't really care what they think about me because I don't think they would understand what I'm saying or the music anyway or the feelings that it gives us. I mean, the issue is just what just happened. It doesn't offend me, but the thing is, I guess because I don't understand where the industry people are coming from when they're just saying, oh, Chili Peppers.
It's okay, one white guy goes,
no, I mean, much respect to Flea because he's a gnarl bass player, but that's not what we're trying to do, dude. We're playing music that we think sounds good, and that's all that matters, you know? I'm not comparing us to other kinds of music. I'm not basically thinking
I'm sorry if the record people feel that way, then it's their problem. As far as I'm concerned,
I know that the people that come to our shows like our music.
Oh,
and that's what counts to me, dude. I don't care.
It's not true. It's about what it's about is the band and the fans. It's not about the industry.
It's a valid argument to say that stuff needs to be enunciated more.
Yeah.
Because regardless of anything else, sometimes when we play songs, I have no idea what the words are.
Basically, all I care about is how it feels to me and to my friends and to the people that like our music. And I know that there is approval there and that they don't compare us to other bands. They look at us as Incubus, and that's basically what matters most to me.
You know, I'm as tired of it as you are.
I know.
I'm probably more tired of it.
But the thing is, I don't think maybe they think of it as something bad. Because maybe they're going, yeah, maybe to them it's a mix between it. To us, we're making our own music. To them, it's a mix between Primus and the Chili Peppers. But that's not to say they're criticizing
That's because that's the only thing they can relate it to.
Yeah.
These industry people who are listening to this music, they don't listen to the music that we play or that people our age listen to. They hear this stuff once, they sign their deals, and you know, they don't go and, you know, play that stuff in their stereo. So they hear something once, and you know, immediately they want to categorize it. But all the, you know, if the people who came to our shows were saying that to us, obviously we would know something's wrong. But the people aren't saying that. It's not like that. It's these old people who are just, you know, unbelievable.
The more that you guys work on making this thing a little more special, a little less like anything else, and more just Incubus, then the cooler it's going to be. And the happier you'll be with it, too, I think.
I'm just taking it in, that's all.
It's rough. It's rough because we're talking about what you care about most in your life. It's real tough.
Perfect bass line. This is your life we're talking about.
If you did not listen to classical music, okay, and you listen to some Tchaikovsky, and you listen to some Mozart, you'd be like, oh, this all sounds the same. But when you listen to classical music, you know, the guy who listens to classical music will beat you up over saying that because it's not true. He knows it's not true. That's the music he listens to.
Is there a place on a label like EMI for a band like Incubus?
Well, sure. Sure, a band like Incubus, meaning a young, fresh, hard-hitting band, absolutely. Always looking for a few good men, for sure.
For every act that gets signed to a major record label, there are probably 1,000 or more who don't.
Yeah, I think it sounds really good.
These are the real stories of young actors, models, and musicians as they struggle for a chance to succeed in the glare of Hollywood.
It's weird to hear your music on the radio and hear it being presented on the radio like with all the other music.
Acting is you do something, you do it, and you get addicted to it, and you want to do it more. And you find out more and more that you like about it, and more that you need it.
When I first heard about it, I was really excited and I was really nervous because I had no idea what I was going to do on stage, being on a show with boys, men.
These people have only one thing in common: the hope that their dreams will someday come true in the streets of Hollywood.
They get the whole audience into their music. Good stuff, Tomash, too. They're a real wild band.
We've seen Incubus 15 times. This is my 16th show.
I've seen them 5 times altogether.
They're the most original band.
Their guitarist is incredible.
Great. Speak Free is my favorite song.
You can mosh, you know.
Yes! So good to me!
to be played on KLOS. It's going to be our first time being played on the radio. They have a special show for the sludge that doesn't get signed, and that would be us.
95.5 KLOS. I'm Kelly Cox, and I want to thank you for hanging with me this evening. Of course, we got Local Licks coming up tonight. It's a little less than an hour away. And we've got Incubus, so you'll definitely want to stick around for Southern California's only showcase for local talent. That's Local Licks right here on 95.5 KLOS. Is a program that has been on the air at KLOS for many, many years. Bands can be from anywhere around Southern California within the KLOS signal range. So if they can hear us, they can be on Local Licks.
This band came in here at the right time.
They picked 2 of the songs off the tape that they liked the most and asked us to put them on a DAT.
We just changed our format to accommodate this type of music. 4 months ago, we couldn't have played Incubus on Local Licks. And so it's just really kind of nice to get a tape come across my desk that I can actually say, yes!
When I first heard Incubus, there were 2 of us that liked it immediately just off the first time around.
It's hard to define what you need to be a rock star because it's so elusive. Attitude is really... it's a big word for me.
So I'll be looking to see how they come across on stage, and to see, I mean, all this stuff in the studio, can they actually play it live?
The great thing about Local Licks is that we're featuring bands that are out there gigging here in the LA area, and people can go out and see most of them.
I wouldn't sign a band based on listening to a tape because, you know, rock and roll is all about actually doing it on stage. So if you can't do that, you're not going to get signed.
I'm Kelly Cox. How you feeling tonight? Well, I hope you're feeling as good as I do. I got about 35 minutes left to go on my show, and we are right around the corner from starting tonight's edition of Local Licks, so don't go away.
When I come to the Troubadour to see the band, I'm not sure what I'll be looking for. It's not that specific. I'll be looking to see what sort of audience there is, how they react.
Seeing the band live is going to tell a lot because I like to look at the crowd and see how the crowd responds to the music and just get a vibe for the band live and how they feel on stage, how comfortable or charismatic they might be. So I guess that's coming up at the Troupe.
It's time now for Local Licks, Southern California's longest-running showcase for local talent. Tonight we are featuring music from 3 different bands, Incubus, Exit, and Mike Guerrero. We're going to start with Incubus, a hot young band from Calabasas. 4 guys, they're all 18 years old, so it's definitely a young band. They've been friends for a long time, and like many of the bands on Local Licks, they write and play everything they put out. So let's get started with Incubus tonight on Local Licks, 95.5 KLOS.
You have took our lives away. You increase your self-esteem. To be a public guy, you're not to say that when you try to speak your mind in your own way, ignore the past and speak back.
It's weird to hear your music on the radio and hear it being presented on the radio like with all the other music.
I don't know how to react right now. I kind of got the chills down my back. I think tonight, in the middle of the night, I'll go,
It's great to play shows, but we're playing shows to a couple hundred people, 300 or 400 people.
This stuff is technically going out to anybody in LA.
They seem to just really work together real well. They're a cute bunch of guys, and they seem to know how to perform and get up and do their show and play.
They're a lot further ahead than 99% of the other demo material I get.
50% of what they have is brilliant and great, and a lot of other bands who might be closer to a record deal or closer to Hollywood or whatever would die for.
I wouldn't want to sign this band right now, but it's definitely a band that it's my job, the kind of band that it is my job to keep an eye on.
They have a lot going for them, but they are very far away from being ready to take on the whole of America and start making records. The real pressure starts as and when you do have to have a commitment with a major record company.
I think all of us realize that it's probably just a matter of time.
It's like, I don't know anything about any of the record labels. All I know is they don't like us.
If we do want to get a record deal, I mean, it could be a month from now, it could be 5 years from now.
So everything's just working the way we want it to, and nothing needs to be changed, and we're not doing anything wrong. You know, with our music, everything's just going right, and we're just gonna keep doing it the way we're doing it.
Simplify your hand.
Ooh, 95.5 KLOS. That was kind of powerful, wouldn't you say? Incubus, the name of the band on Local Licks tonight, and you just heard Brandon Boyd on vocals, Jose Pasillas doing the drums, Alex Katunich on bass, and Mike Einziger on guitar. They like to call themselves, their music, tribal, surf, funk, ultra grungy.
No, we are not a tribal, ultra grungy surf funk band. That is the cheesy ways that our manager describes our band. It's not that big of a deal.